live.
Here we are, everyone. Another episode, another live stream. This time we're in a different location, if you can't tell. We have advanced past the Travis Studios. So we are in the Lazy Boy store in Pineville. So you may see some action going on around me. It's just normal everyday stuff. So kind of get a glimpse into what we're doing here. So anyway, today we're going to talk about designing for small apartments. Usually about this time of year is when people are starting to move into new apartments, kids who have graduated from school and moving into that first space. So that is what we're going to talk to you about today. That's what we're going to work on. And I'll let my producer here introduce himself.
Yeah, well, first of all, why don't you introduce yourself?
Oh, I didn't even say who I am.
Yeah, yes.
Just jumped right into it. My name is Ellie, and I am an interior designer here at the Lazy Boy store in Pineville, North Carolina.
And I'm Sean. I am the producer, and as Ellie has mentioned, we've moved to a new location, so that means a lot of new problems that we're trying to deal with, and that's why we're about 10 minutes late. And a little short. We wanted to add some stuff, and we're just not going to get there yet on this episode. So if our audio is off, if we're buffering or quality's just not there, definitely let us know that in the comment section. I'm going to do what we can to fix that, because when you move to a new location,
New set of challenges.
New set of challenges, that's right.
Yep.
I had everything set for Travis Studios. As soon as we got everything down to a T, we decided to just throw it all out and change up locations.
Changed it up. We got to keep things interesting around here.
That's right. So we're happy to be in the stores.
Yes,
we're
we
really
are.
ecstatic because we're going to be able to do a lot of really cool stuff. But we have to figure out all these kinks first.
Yep.
So we are a little bit behind, and we apologize for that.
Yep.
But we are glad you're here.
But nonetheless, we're here and we are ready to go. Do you want to go ahead? We'll go ahead and get started with the floor plan.
I'm going to be in the background still dealing with a few things, but let's go ahead and get you set up. Hold on. I added so many new screens here. Hold on, here we go. All right,
Okay.
I think we're there.
So everyone's seeing my screen. So this is our pre-built apartment. It is, we're just going to pretend it's going to be for a young guy who's maybe just graduated from college. And this is his space that he has to work with. You will notice this is an apartment that is on the smaller side. So we're going to have to face some challenges there, but nothing we can't overcome. So we'll just go ahead and start putting some stuff in here and see what we can get into. I think I'm going to go ahead and start with a TV console in here. I feel like that would probably be where, a 22-year-old guy would start. Things that are most important. So let's go ahead and get some stuff put in here. And you might see me fumbling around a little bit. I'm still trying to figure out where everything is in here. We've just done some updates to the 3D program. So things are in different spots. And it's just like a little scavenger hunt every day when I want to try and find something. One thing I really want to focus on in here as well is making sure we get enough storage. Because I know that can kind of be an issue in apartments. It was always an issue when I was in apartments. So I want to make sure that we get that all taken care of. And if we have time to, we might pop into do stuff furniture in the bedroom too, if that's okay. If we have time.
Oh, I built that floor plan so that you would design the whole apartment.
The whole thing. Okay,
that's
well then let's get a move on.
Yeah, get everything.
Okay. So let's put a 65-inch TV in there. I feel like that's probably sufficient.
That's it? 65?
That's it.
That's it.
And maybe let's look at, I'm not going to do a sectional this time because I got
now you're self-conscious.
Dinged last time because allegedly I always do.
Well, the stats don't lie. Every episode you've gone with a sectional.
Okay. We get it.
But, you know, the sectionals are great.
They are great. They end up really maximizing your seating, but maybe that's not a priority here. So let's just.
Well, you're doing the young male in the
Yes.
apartment first, right?
Correct.
So what would be the what is the most important thing in this apartment?
Well, I think that storage is probably a number one, and then having room for maybe friends to come over, entertaining, that kind of thing.
Okay.
I think those would be my top two most important things to hit. Would you agree? Or would you add something?
I think the entertaining part
Is
for
the
a first
top.
apartment is probably the most
Okay.
priority one.
Okay.
At least when I was in my first apartment, that was priority
True.
one.
So let's pull that back. Okay.
So for anybody who might have just joined us, we are currently designing a small apartment for a young male who this is their first apartment. And the square footage on this, if you remember, Ellie, I believe it was 575 square feet for the whole apartment.
Yep.
And that includes the bathroom,
Kitchen and
bedroom,
everything.
kitchen. Yeah, yeah. Do you like those French doors to the?
Love those.
Yeah, yeah. I was pretty proud of that.
Yes. To
Yeah.
a balcony?
To a balcony, yeah, yeah.
Fabulous.
I imagined, because my apartments were always on the third floor, unfortunately. Not great for moving, but it was
Horrible
always
for moving,
Yeah.
actually. Oh, man. So just to kind of catch everyone up with what I've been putting in here, I put an entertainment console with a TV on top, and then I'm using our Bexley sofa.
the Bexley.
Yes.
All right.
I'm really stepping outside my box here.
You really are.
And then a 6x9 area rug on the floor. Not a huge space, so don't need a huge rug. It'd end up probably being more like wall-to-wall carpet. So we'll just kind of downsize the rug. And then two of our Leo ottomans. These are fantastic pieces. They are on casters, so you can wheel them around. They have a seat on one side, a tray on another, and they have storage on the inside. So it really hits a lot of needs and wants. Because you've got space to store blankets or games or game controllers, DVDs, whatever. And then also some extra places for people to sit when they come over. So I'm liking the way this is looking. And then over here, just kind of by the front door here, I just put a tall bookshelf. So we're creating a little bit of storage there, and also kind of giving that wall, because that's kind of an empty space right there. So just giving it a little bit of purpose.
I was pretty proud of that closet I built right there. Yeah, it's really tight.
Where?
Right there to the front door. That's a closet.
No
Yeah.
way.
I know, right?
You may have a different career path.
No, I'm good. I love running into the issues of getting this live stream to start
Yeah.
every time.
Yeah.
It's always something new. It's always something new.
It's something different every single time we get
True.
going. So I'm just going to put an end table over here, and I'm using our Reclamation Place collection here for the tables and bookshelf. It's a really nice, super versatile, not super, girly or not overly masculine, just kind of a nice middle of the road look on these tables. So I love them, and I think that they're super useful. Comes in different finishes, and then there's a lot of different options as far as what you can use, like different pieces and all of that. So just go ahead and start accessorizing this a little bit in the living room. And as always, if you guys have any questions or comments, or if you just want to tell us we look beautiful tonight, you can drop that in the comments. We love some positive reinforcement.
Yes, definitely. If you're here watching, let us know you're watching.
Yes, please. Just drop us a line.
I'll tell you what though, out of this program, the thing I struggled, and maybe you can help me out here.
Mm-hmm.
The flooring was really difficult to put in there.
Oh, in this,
Yeah, to
like
make
in the bedroom, to make it
well,
different?
yeah, to make it different.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you have
Okay.
to like make the square the size
And
of the
then it's-
room.
Yeah.
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 Yes. Yep. I run into the same problem. It's just a little trial and error. I wish there was something a little trick I could tell you, but I
Well,
got
it's still
nothing.
a relatively new program.
Yes.
And
Still working
again,
out the
for anybody
kinks.
who is watching, this is a free program that is anybody can use on Lazy Boy's website. So you can just go to lazyboy.com, and it's under the inspiration tab, I believe.
Or design.
Is it
One of
no,
the two. Oh, it's not.
Let's find out. I've got a computer right in front of me. Oh man, score one for Ellie.
Finally.
It's under the.
It's about
design
time I was right on something.
True. It is under the design services section
Okay.
called the 3D
Yep.
planner.
See, I
And
knew
you
it.
can, down to the centimeter, design your whole home. And every day they seem to add more and more stuff, which
They
is really
do.
cool.
They do, and they're really kind of expanding everything just so we can get these rooms to look as realistic as possible, and show you, all different options, which is great. Because when you're making a commitment when you buy new furniture, and you don't want to, leave here and question, what you've bought or what you've picked out. So it really helps to eliminate a lot of those questions and hesitations that happen. So I'm just accessorizing the place a little bit, trying to pick some things that are, a little bit more maybe on the masculine side for fabrics and artwork as well.
It's very odd to be doing this because I'm wearing the headphones, right? So I can hear everything.
Yeah.
And it's odd to be hearing people in the background.
Other
'cause
people?
I'm used to being at your home.
Where it's
and-
quiet,
Yeah, yeah.
except for the occasional snoring. Not from me. Or from Sean.
Yeah, not
Just,
from me,
a little visitor who also lives there. Okay. I think I may pop a floor lamp in the corner or over here by the sofa just to bring in some extra light. I always found that when I was in my apartment that lighting was always could be a little bit of an issue.
Absolutely.
So-
because a lot of times, if it's not an upscale apartment like me,
Right.
it usually wasn't. They don't spend a lot of money on light fixtures.
No, they do not.
So if you had an overhead light, it wasn't very great.
Exactly.
But most of them did not have overhead
No, I
lights.
don't.
I
Other
think
than
maybe in the bedrooms.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I think the bedroom and the kitchen were the only place in my apartment that had overhead lighting.
Yeah.
So I had lamps all over the place.
I still have lamps all over the place.
I
I
love
have
lamps.
like every room has so many different lights. And my new favorite thing is ambient lighting.
Yeah.
Right, some LEDs, different
That-
colors. But then I just don't turn them off. So like,
Oh.
yeah, just leave them on all
They
night
just
long.
stay on.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I know.
That is very small.
I'm about to try something new, Ellie.
Okay. What are you gonna do?
Oh no, hold on. Let me switch back. Hold on.
Oh no.
You can continue doing what.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, sorry.
Sorry, I didn't know if
this
I needed
isn't
to,
gonna
like-
affect you.
Freeze. I'm gonna get rid of that blue lamp. It's kind of sticking out like a sore thumb. What the heck am I doing?
There we go.
What'd you do?
I added some top recliners for small spaces, so people have
some
a little bit of
references.
a little bit of extra information as well
Yes.
while you're designing.
I love that. That's awesome.
It's something I've been
And-
wanting to do for like 3 episodes now. I've also been wanting to make us lower thirds with our names on them for about 6 episodes.
Well, you know,
one thing at a time.
One thing at a time. I will say though, you have to admit, from where we started
True.
to where we are now
Yeah,
is
and it's only been
vastly
so many
different.
episodes.
6 months,
Yeah.
6 episodes. Yeah, we have to be proud of that. We've made some. You
Definitely,
have
yeah.
made some
Well, everybody plays a
huge
little
progress.
part. And you know who else needs to play more of a part? All of our viewers who are watching.
What a subtle plug.
Yeah, raise your voice. Let us know you're here.
Please.
If you have any questions about small spaces, any design questions, don't hesitate. Throw them in the comment section and we'll
Yes.
respond.
Yes, we will.
Or if you just want to say, hey,
Hey.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go.
So, okay, I've kind of just been going through here and haven't really been talking about what I'm doing.
True.
But kind of still the same layout, just went through and accessorized a little bit more. So I think I might move into the bedroom and then we can do like a full overview
Okay.
of everything. Does that sound
Yeah.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
I gotta put a darker rug. Those floors are so light.
Yeah, I tried to keep everything similar.
Yeah.
Nothing that stood out. The bathroom is marble floor, though.
Oh.
So it's a nice flooring in the bathroom.
Fancy.
Unfortunately, we don't have any like bathroom or
things.
kitchen.
That's not really
Yeah. No.
our forte. So I'm going to use the Plank Road collection in the bedroom here. And I'm thinking a queen bed's going to be our only option here. I think a king would be just way too
Oh,
big.
definitely too big.
So,
Because you got to think the entire place is 575 square feet.
yeah.
I was worried that was going to be too small.
Nope, we can. And the nice thing about this too is we know exactly what's going to work right off the bat.
The queen bed's gonna be
I'm going to go
Whoops.
ahead and put a dresser in here too.
Just
Are we
ignore
good?
me. Ignore
Oh,
me.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I made a small mistake.
Oh, that's okay. We forgive you. I'm going to scoot this maybe just a little off center, which is really kind of hurting my heart here, but you got to do what you got to do. This might be a little stretch for a bachelor's apartment, but I'm going to put some window treatments in. Just because that's what I would do if it were my place.
A window treatment?
A window treatment.
No.
Did you ever have window treatments?
I don't know if I do, even now.
You don't even know.
No, I don't think so. I've actually just Prime Day. I started to add some.
Oh, that's right.
Decided it was time to grow up.
I think that may be like the ultimate sign of adulthood, like when you hang
you
window treatments.
Yeah, or when you get excited to buy like
Said window
furniture
treatments.
and stuff
Yes.
for your homes like that. Like you never would have thought about that in your first apartment, and I
No.
definitely didn't.
Yeah. I have to tell on myself a little bit. So in my apartment, I had the best of intentions to hang window treatments, and it went horribly wrong. Wrong. And I left my apartment with like probably 30 drill holes from where I had tried to hang the rod.
Yeah.
It was really bad.
I wouldn't feel too bad about that because I know for a fact in one of my rooms now there are holes when I was trying to hang. I think it was a bookshelf,
Yeah.
And I just kept missing the stud.
Yeah.
The stud finder just wasn't very good.
It didn't find it.
Don't buy a cheap stud finder, is what I learned.
Spend the money on a
That's
stud
right.
finder.
Yep. It's worth it.
It'll eliminate a lot of holes in the wall.
Yeah.
So I'm just accessorizing the bedroom a little bit. This is super fun. I just love playing around with this because it helps keep like ideas fresh in in your mind, and I don't know, I just think it's super fun.
I actually did have a good time designing the floor plan last week, and that's why I was bummed. I told you, I was like, if you feel like we should do another floor plan, I'll make another one. And I sent it to you, I think it was like Thursday, so there was enough time.
Right.
And
this one was great.
This one was fine. I was like, I hope she wants to.
No, this is great.
She did not want to floor plans.
No, because this one is like super versatile.
But we are doing two different versions of this tonight, though, because we're going to do the one for The Bachelor.
Yes.
And then the next one is going to be someone who's trying to downsize and maybe go into retirement.
Yep. Which is a common client issue that I'm having right now. Not so much an issue. Depends on the way you look at it.
Yeah.
A request. There we go.
Yeah.
That's the right word.
You guys see it a lot.
We do, especially like with a huge influx of 55 plus communities and apartment complexes, popping up everywhere. It's becoming more and more of a, request now more than ever. So.
And I'd imagine with the market the way it is, a lot of older people may be selling their home and just grabbing an apartment.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of funny to think like you kind of start out in an apartment and now you're kind of ending in an apartment.
It's full circle.
Yeah, it is.
So don't forget the dining room too, because we have dining furniture too.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna make this little area our dining space. Nice catch there.
Well, you got to entertain somewhere.
I know. Actually, I don't think we're gonna have space for
Another rug. Interesting.
which I really hate. But another problem we'll overcome.
And this is something that somebody's going to run into.
Absolutely. I think I'm going to continue with Plank Road because they have a smaller round dining table, which I think will work really nicely because you're eliminating any kind of like edges or corners that you have to walk around. Why are you smiling at me?
Because our favorite viewer just tuned in.
Yes?
Ryan says, "Hi, Ellie.
Oh,
Your designs are spectacular. I've learned so much over the past few episodes."
isn't that so nice? Well,
Which we know is a lie because he was not watching our last episode. Ryan missed our last episode.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And when he misses an episode, we can tell.
We know.
We know. Because he's very vocal. And we love that he's
Number
vocal.
one fan. I'm gonna put some chairs around the table here, and then I want to walk through in 3D and just make sure it's in the right spot. I don't want to make anything like super crowded or anything like that. So we'll just kind of put that. Make sure that's all in the right spot, which I can already tell it's not. Move all these things up.
I'm also being told by our associate producer that we have a poll coming in. So everyone
We
watching,
love a poll.
We do love polls. There's a poll about to be posted in the chat. Feel free to check it out.
What's the poll? Oh, is it a surprise?
Honestly, I didn't read.
Oh my gosh. Huge storm.
Oh,
Anyways,
okay.
Sorry, everyone.
We have giant windows behind us
Yes.
on the other side where the camera is not pointed.
I love this apartment. I kind of want to live here.
So the poll that's coming in, oh, there it is. Behind New York City, what is the most expensive city for rent? And your choices, hold on, they disappeared on me.
What an interesting question.
Your choices are Miami, Florida, San Francisco, Boston, or Los Angeles. Between those four,
Wow.
one of them is the most expensive behind New
What do
York
you
City.
think?
I'm gonna go with Los Angeles.
I'm thinking something in my gut just tells me San Francisco.
Yeah. Well, right now San Francisco's winning. So everybody watching, cast your vote.
That's a really interesting question.
It is, yeah, that's a good one.
Gonna put some accessories on the table here. Decorate that a little bit.
I'm gonna cheat. How do I vote?
That's not fair because I can't get a vote.
You can. You voted in the last one, remember?
Oh, I did. You're right.
Yeah. I don't see it.
Maybe this is like, maybe the table can be like, table's probably like a work from home station too. So we'll make it more like double.
That's another interesting thing that
Use.
we have to consider nowadays, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Most people are working from home.
Mm-hmm. I think there's like a pencil cup on here in here too.
Message retracted.
Yeah, there we go. So dining table / desk.
So I see Ryan is voting for San Francisco. Ryan would be on your side.
I really like the way this is looking. Sean, what do you think? Give me your opinion.
To be honest with you, Ellie, I haven't been paying attention at all.
That's great.
But let's take a look. I don't know how I feel about the white chairs. I feel like they stand out.
White
to that-
chairs. Oh, okay.
right?
Interesting.
With the brown table?
Okay. Well, they, can I just defend myself for a second?
Absolutely.
They
I'm not a
match.
designer.
They match.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I see it now.
You just can't
Okay.
see it like when you're
Yeah.
looking
You're
bird's eye
looking
view.
straight down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, cool. They added a laptop in here. So
Right?
realistic.
So realistic.
Oh, and I know what chairs those are. I like those chairs. What are they called?
These are Plank Road.
Plank Road.
Yes, which is a beautiful
Mm-hmm.
collection made by Kincaid.
Very popular.
Very
I see 'em
popular.
a lot of designs.
Mm-hmm. It's beautiful, and their attention to detail too is very nice.
It's got a very classy look to it.
Yes, it does. You're exactly right.
All right, bring us back out. Let me see.
'Kay.
I still think the TV needs to be bigger.
Well, too bad. I can't make it any bigger.
Yeah, so that's it's a lot of stuff in a small space.
I mean, you think about it. You've got like a really good area, living area. And night. I mean, that's a 48-inch dining table. You're not compromising space
True,
there.
Yeah.
And then, here in the bedroom, we still have a queen bed and a full-size nightstand, as well as a full-size dresser. Thoughts? Do you like it? Do you hate it?
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I like it. I don't know. I don't have any other thoughts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where are we on the poll?
On the poll,
Is San Francisco still
somehow
winning?
it got completed already. Did we complete that already?
I didn't even get to put my vote in.
Yeah, you didn't get to get your vote in. So Los Angeles won at 66%, and San Francisco shortly behind on 33. Can we get that poll back up there? I feel like
Yeah.
that ended very quickly.
I know. I want to put my vote in. Make sure San Francisco wins.
And I don't know if I need to find out if we're gonna know the actual answer,
Yes.
or if this is like just what
For
do you
fun.
think, right? Yeah. So I'll figure that out,
Okay.
and we'll see if we can get that back in the chat. Ryan wants to know what about some greenery, and I
As always, yes.
he does love greenery.
He
but
does.
that's a good thought though, because what I was kind of thinking is I feel like it's too. The tone is just there's not enough color,
Okay.
in my opinion.
Okay.
And I think that might be what is bothering me here.
Gotcha.
There's a lot of white. It's a lot of
Yeah.
beige.
Yep. Oh. Okay, what if I put a tall tree in the corner? That was kind of my intent, though, too. I have to tell you, I just kind of kept it to myself.
Well, don't keep anything to yourself. Tell everybody what we're going on here.
I just kept it inside. But that was kind of my intent also, to kind of keep it a little bit more neutral, monochromatic kind of thing. But definitely always need to add greenery. So that's a good catch.
Yeah, greenery is always an easy thing to add.
Absolutely.
That just really has a lot of value to your home.
Absolutely. And whether it's real or fake does not matter. If it's real, good for you for keeping it alive, because I can't. I wish I could. Oh yeah, that looks cool.
Yeah, see, I'm liking that better with a little bit of green.
Yeah. And then also too, we put a big fiddle leaf in the corner there.
Mm-hmm.
And then a little something on the table.
I think me and Ryan are on the same page tonight, because I was about to hate myself for bringing this up, but as Ryan says,
Is it the white chairs?
maybe some colorful pillows.
Oh.
And you know how I feel about throw pillows, but
For anyone who's not watched before, Sean
I'm
has an aversion to pillows.
adamantly against throw pillows. I think a max is 2 per 5-seat sectional. You know.
Not happening.
So the poll was put back into the chat.
Oh,
Anybody who
great.
voted before, vote again. I feel like it went by too quickly. I'm going for Los Angeles.
Hold on. I'm going.
Oh no, did I?
I want to put my vote in too. Momentary pause, everyone. So sorry. I just have to make sure San Francisco wins.
And I'm wondering if once we do close the vote, can we get the actual answer? And
Yes.
You know what? I can get the answer. I can get the.
Okay,
I have a computer in front of me.
Yeah, the whole internet at your.
I have the world's
fingertips.
knowledge at my fingertips.
Okay. How does everyone feel about these pillows? Do we like the color?
Oh. Is that like a green teal?
Yes, and a navy.
Okay. And a navy?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't hate it. It goes with the live plant right across from
Yeah,
it.
and the artwork that's right behind it.
Yeah, I didn't notice the artwork.
You're really not paying me any attention.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot of moving parts behind the scenes, everyone. I'm going to change the ottoman color now, because now we're not in the like monochromatic kind of scheme anymore. I'm going to make the ottomans navy.
Oh, I heard that.
What?
Somebody
Oh,
going
yeah.
into the warehouse. In case, for anybody who may have joined late, we've moved the live stream into our Pineville location. So some of the noise you might be hearing in the background are actual people helping customers.
Okay. I'm liking the way that's looking. I hate to admit it, but I think you two were right with the adding some more color.
Oh, I see you changed the color on the ottomans there. Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I like it.
'Kay.
Yeah, I like it. What other colors do you have in that, though? Because I feel like maybe that's a little too dark.
You're getting real picky now.
Okay.
We can do anything.
What about the green? The
green leaf?
April
No.
Mystic. No?
No.
No? What about
We're
the
not.
navy next to it?
That one?
Yeah. April Indigo? That kind of clashes with the rug.
That's what I'm saying.
All right. We'll stick with your original colors
Well, we can
there.
keep going. I mean, there are so many options here that...
Well, let's do this. Okay. We got another comment here. So first of all, Ryan loves the blues.
Great.
You say great?
Great.
Great, okay. And the Ottomans now pull some color from the artwork.
Yes, that was my thought.
That was your thought?
Yes.
Okay. Is that bad or good?
No, that's great.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if...
No, that's great.
Okay, good. So, do a little quick overview here.
Okay.
And then we're going to move on to maybe some design dilemmas.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love those. Okay. All right. So let me zoom all the way out here and we'll get the whole apartment in our view. So, front door right here coming in, we've got our sofa, 2 ottomans. These are really nice storage ottomans. Super great for tight spaces, small spaces. Our area rug, entertainment console with our TV on top. A large bookshelf here for some good storage. If you wanted to make it a bar area as well, that could be definitely an option. A smaller end table here in this corner with a floor lamp just to kind of balance it out on the other side of the sofa. We've got our dining table with 4 chairs here, doubling as a work from home space and a dining/entertaining space. Really nice movement around here still. Not really anything feels cramped or crowded. And then moving into the bedroom here, we've got a queen bed with a full-size nightstand as well as a full-size dresser. So we're not really compromising anything there as far as having to downsize furniture in there. And then I just did a bit of a darker rug in there as well just to kind of balance out because those floors are a bit on the lighter side. So overall, I love it.
Of course you love it. I like it. I like it. I wouldn't say love. I like it. I like it.
What would make you love it?
I'm more of a blue navy kind of guy overall.
Okay.
And I feel like this apartment doesn't scream me.
Oh, I didn't know we were designing it specifically for you.
We're not.
Okay.
So, it looks great though. Don't get me wrong. It's great.
Thanks.
And I know I said we were going to move on to some design dilemmas.
Yeah.
But before that, we have a guest interior designer to show first.
Great.
Because she did this design here.
Okay.
But she's in Charleston. So we're going to take a look at how it may differ from city to city.
Great.
So let's take a look at that.
Let's do it.
And today's guest interior designer is Rachel from our Charleston store.
Hey guys, I'm Rachel, and today I'm going to be talking to you about an apartment for somebody that's just starting out. So this is a small apartment that has multi-use for living and entertaining, and I'm very familiar with this scenario because I'm actually reporting to you live from my own small apartment here in Charleston. So let's take a look. So when we're furnishing spaces like this, where we have limited room for, say, our desk or our eating or entertaining, it's really important that we use multifunctional pieces. So that way it doesn't become overcrowded with furniture, and we can also not sacrifice the functionality or the aesthetic. So as you can see here, I used one of our smaller scale sofas. This is called our Laurel sofa. What's fabulous about this sofa is it's on a higher leg and doesn't go all the way to the floor. So any areas like that, open areas underneath, help keep the scale from feeling too bulky. It's really nice to pair it with small chair side tables on each side, nothing too large. In this scenario, I wanted to use chair sides that provided storage as well as a shelf underneath if you needed additional storage, and a place to put your lighting, because lighting is definitely important in the space. We have some accent wall art. Definitely don't want to sacrifice the style. We have a nice 6x9 area rug. Comes right underneath the front of the sofa and right before our swivel accent chair here. I think a swivel works great in this space so that you can swivel over to the kitchen need be if there's people talking to you in the kitchen. Swivel out of the way in this tight area for egress as you're coming in through that front door. And it also allows you to swivel look at the television, swivel back if you have a guest on the sofa. And then one of my favorite pieces for small spaces are these Leos. Now these Leos are incredibly functional, multifunctional I should say, and fantastic for smaller areas because of their small scale. And basically what they are they're ottomans that have storage, ventilated storage, great for the south and the humidity down here. Storage underneath, but then they have a padded top on one side and the other side has a tray. So you can utilize them either for supplemental seating when you have guests over, can move them out of the way, or to put your feet up when you're on the sofa, or, you know, as a tray table if you need to work on the sofa or if you're eating on the sofa, need a place to set your drink, etc. And because of their small scale, they're great in this particular apartment so that they don't take up a large amount of space here. You know, noticing that we have this patio door here, it's nice to keep these walkways nice and open and free from any obstructions. Now, one of the pieces that I was super excited to use in this space was this table. This is part of our Sandburn collection. It comes with 3 matching bar stools. They are bar height, and then this lovely tabletop. You can push it away from the wall if you have guests over and utilize it as your dining table, but because of its narrow profile, it's really great to use up against a wall as also a console, you know, as you're coming in to put your keys down, or if you need to utilize this as a desk area as well for doing, you know, office work from home. And then, of course, the matching end tables to that collection are these here. So these are, like I said, the chair side, and they have the drawer at the top, shelf at the bottom. And then for the entertainment center, I went with our Emporium collection here. It has this really great starburst pattern on the front, just to change it up a bit. Don't be afraid of the varying wood tones. I think that it's really nice to introduce other wood tones just to keep it from feeling too matchy-matchy and give you some visual interest in the space there. Now, a key to incorporating varying wood tones is just keeping them in the same tone. So basically both of these have that gray undertone. We wouldn't want to pair that with something, a wood tone that is more of those honey or red tones, because then they can start to compete with each other. Now for the chair here, I have chosen a very neutral stripe on the fabric and a very neutral beige fabric in the ottomans and the sofa to pair with a nice wall color. Now, this furniture is going to last you, 20, 25 years plus, and this, person is just starting out, so we want furniture that has some versatility. I think a stripe is a very timeless pattern, and if you stick with a neutral, no matter where this person moves down the road, they can take this with them and create a look in their new living room. You just have a lot of flexibility with those colors. And I do like having, the nice pop in the center with the area rug. That's kind of your jewels of the space. Maybe bringing in some color with your table lamps and even with your mirror over your console table. Now, as you can see, this isn't showing our console table because it's brand new. We don't have it in our system quite yet, but that is the scale. Really paying attention to the scale in the space, making sure that nothing is too overpowering and going to crowd it and make you feel too crowded in that space. And I also put a runner rug over in the kitchen area. That may be another opportunity for some color, some pop. Here I just went with a neutral. Again, I really wanted to focus on timeless because even though this person is just starting out, I think it's important too that there's some versatility. Got a plant in the corner, always great for oxygen and some decor. But yeah, as you can see, this is going to sit 3 comfortably. You can utilize the ottomans for 5 when you have people over. We have nothing blocking this door. And then we can at least dine 3 people. And if you use the ottomans, you've got 2 in here as well. So yeah. And I hope you enjoyed looking at this floor plan with me today, and I hope you have a great day.
We're back.
We're back, everyone. That was super interesting to see the way that we essentially used a lot of the same-ish pieces, but just so it was used so differently. So
the big thing I noticed that her living room was flipped from your living room.
Yeah.
And then there was the same ottomans but different fabric on them.
Yeah.
And she used a different sofa than you. She used the
Laurel.
The Laurel, and you used the Bexley.
Yep.
I like them both. I do.
Yeah, they're both great pieces.
Very unique armrests on the Bexley.
Something a little bit more contemporary.
Yeah.
The Laurel leans to me, to be a little bit more traditional or transitional. So, anyway, super interesting to see how
different it could be just a few hours apart.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And same floor plan, same parameters, and it just be completely different. So I love seeing that. That's super interesting to me.
So real quick, we have a question in the comment section. First of all, don't forget the poll is still there.
Yes.
So if you have not answered on the poll, answer that. Let us know, because we're dying to know which city is the most expensive.
Do you have an answer yet?
I have the answer.
You have the answer.
I have the answer.
Am I right?
I can't tell you that. So which city has the most expensive apartments outside of New York City? But the question that just came in is, would a sleeper have been a better option for versatility?
That is a great question. And yes, that's always an option. The Bexley comes as a sleeper.
Does the Laurel?
The Laurel does not.
Okay.
But we have several different frames that come as sofas or sleepers, or frames that are just sleepers.
And a sleeper might be really important for somebody who is their first apartment, because one, mom and dad might come and stay.
Absolutely.
2, maybe your friends can't drive home.
Yes, that's always a consideration.
Let's be honest here. Let's be honest. It's a possibility.
Yeah.
So yeah, sleeper would definitely be
Absolutely.
a great thing to add in there.
And also too, having the storage ottomans, that's a great place to store the bedding for the sleeper. So yes, that is a great, and I wish I would have thought about it. Great suggestion.
Well, now we're going to think about that for our next episode.
Yes, exactly.
Okay,
I finally got off the sectional, so let me have another episode, just have a little buffer. Don't take it too far too fast.
So we are going to move into our next design,
Yeah.
which is designing for somebody who is trying to downsize. possibly going into retirement.
Yeah.
But before we do that, let's do a design dilemma.
Okay.
Right? So it might help if I pull open. There we go. So here is design dilemma number 1.
Okay.
So this comes from Hugh.
Okay.
And Hugh says, I need help with throw pillows, my arch nemesis. Please help me with colored textured throw pillows. I'm so lost. And that's the whole question.
Okay.
What kind of throw pillows would go well with what he's got here?
So first off, I'm seeing the kind of burnt orange color in the chair.
Yeah.
As well as you've got some darker kind of taupey colors in the artwork. I would work off of that. I would get like a really nice, like heavily textured burnt orange pillow, throw that on the sofa, and then I would maybe play with some different sizes. So maybe a lumbar pillow that's in that darker kind of taupey tan color that's in the artwork. And then also maybe like pulling some green tones in, because you do have a plant in the corner over there. You can always pull in some green tones. I think green kind of ends up going with anything. So you can kind of play with those and see what works best. One of my favorite things to do is like go and buy a whole bunch of pillows and see what combination works the best. And then you can, take back what you don't want.
It's moments like these that I wish I got the second camera to work today, so people could just
Sean's
see the
face
expression.
is like daggers.
I don't get the throw pillow, but
Okay, you don't have to get it. You just have to accept it.
okay. So I like how well put together this room is in general.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a gorgeous room. The rug, like A+ on the rug being the right size too.
Yeah.
So many people kind of miss on that. So artwork is complete, scaled correctly and all of that. So beautiful room. Just add some little throw pillows in there, and it'll be complete.
So here is the next one,
Okay.
maybe. Yeah. So here's the next one. So this one, first of all, they're asking not to judge because they just moved in.
Fully understand.
This comes from Meg and Mike.
Okay.
We have a small main floor space, but lots of natural light. The color scheme I've chosen is red, green, black, with a white accent in the living room.
Okay.
Seems like a lot of colors to me.
It's all over the place.
Yeah. How do I utilize the minimal space we have in the best way possible while still having a modern feel for the decoration? And here's one photo.
Okay.
And the other one they sent us is essentially the flip of that. So
Okay.
it kind of looks like our floor plan there, where it's just the kitchen,
All-
the dining room, and the living room
Yep.
all together.
All right there.
And it looks like a small space.
Sometimes these are a little tricky because I don't see them beforehand. So it's like
True.
think on your feet kind of
Yeah.
thing, which I enjoy because it kind of like,
Well, I'm sure any kind of advice, like sofa-wise,
Can
or
you-
go to the first one?
Yeah, go back to the first one for me, please.
Sure. And anybody in the comment section, feel free,
Yeah.
if you have your own
Absolutely.
opinions, load up that comment section.
Please. Well, if we're thinking about maximizing seating, my go-to, a sectional.
Absolutely.
And we have different frames that have a bit more of a modern feel to them. You can look at things like the Bexley that we looked at earlier, or the Kennedy has a little bit more of a modern kind of flair to it. Same with the Edie. Also a bit more of a modern kind of contemporary look to that one as well. So I would definitely suggest a sectional if we're looking to maximize seating.
And a sectional, I agree with you completely
Yeah.
here, because if you see right here, you've got that hallway that kind of
Yep.
that eats that whole middle.
That whole, yeah,
You can't really you can't float furniture there.
right. It
'Cause
would
it's going to block the
be
walkway.
very much in the way. Another thing I would suggest too, which tends to have a bit more of a modern kind of feel to it, would be any kind of a glass table. It's going to be simple, but still be functional and not look or feel super heavy in the space. So maybe a glass top coffee table, glass end table, something that is just there more for, a purpose of having a lamp, setting a drink down, to a remote, that kind of thing, but doesn't take up any more visual space.
You ready for number 3?
Yes. I don't know
All
if I
right.
helped them at all.
That's okay. Design dilemma number 3. All right. Sorry about that. I forgot to add Mike to this design dilemma, so everyone stopped hearing us for a second.
Oh, well.
So design dilemma number 3 is
Okay.
from Monica. My husband and I have no idea how to decorate. We're new homeowners. We like cozy, warm colors. The house is only 1,100 square feet, but we feel like it has potential and character. We have a newborn, 6 months, so I'll be starting with the front living area first. Please help.
Well,
So really anything,
yeah.
I guess, at this point.
First of all, congratulations on the new baby. Very exciting. This does seem like a smaller room, but not something that we can't tackle. My first suggestion would be get the TV out of the corner. Move the TV onto one of the walls. TVs in the corner tend to take up a lot more space, when I think a lot of people think that they're saving space by doing that. Because
Sorry.
Are you confused?
No, sorry.
Okay.
You have to say that part.
Okay. All right.
Hold
TVs
on,
in the
okay.
corner tend to take up more space than intended, because now you've kind of negated 2 walls. And in a smaller space, we need to keep as many walls open as possible, as much floor space open as possible. So I would take the dog crate out completely, maybe move that to the kitchen or a bedroom, somewhere out of the way, open that wall up and put the TV on that longer wall. Then we can float the sofa across and move the love seat from in front of the windows to the other wall. And then spice it up with a rug, some end tables, throw some nice warm colorful artwork on the walls, and I think you're in business. But first things first, TV out of the corner. That is
Mount that on the wall.
mount it on the wall. Put a really thin, kind of narrow table underneath it, just so you have something on the wall and somewhere to put any kind of TV components or things that you may need for the TV, just so you have space for all of that. But yeah, but I think you're on the right track. Just simple changes and adding some things here and there, but definitely on the right track here.
Did you mention a rug?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Rugs help to warm up a space so much. It's amazing what even like just a neutral rug will do.
Yeah.
It just helps to warm it up so much.
Good. Let's go ahead and break into this design.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes. So we are back at a blank slate here.
Back at a blank slate.
And we are going to utilize this space now as if a couple is moving here and downsizing from a larger home. And like I said, this is a very common thing that I'm doing now. And so hopefully I've got some good tips. So typically when people are moving, downsizing, they want to utilize maybe some tables or entertainment console, china cabinet, things maybe that were more like family heirlooms. So let's just start putting some stuff in here.
Sorry, no, that was.
Okay.
I don't know why it does that. I tried turning off my mic, and instead it started screaming at everybody.
Oh.
I apologize for anybody who just caught that.
I'm going to use a bit of a different layout this time, I think, and just kind of utilize as many family pieces as possible. Let's see here. I might have some problems.
What kind of problems?
Well, just finding things that fit.
Oh, okay. All right. For anybody who was not here in the beginning of the episode, this apartment floor plan here is a total of 575 square feet, and everything is to scale. So what you're seeing in here is, will actually fit into a 575 square foot space, and this includes the living, dining, bedroom, and bathroom. 575 total square feet.
Which is really small.
That is really small.
It's really small.
Because I think about the first house I rented, that was 1,300 square feet.
And I bet that seemed small.
It did. It was 3-bedroom. I had 2 roommates. It did.
Yeah.
It felt small.
Yeah. I can imagine. So a lot of times when we've filled a house full of furniture, it's usually big pieces, things that don't necessarily fit into a smaller space. So my first and probably biggest tip is downsizing the furniture that we're using. So usually like a sofa that maybe you bought, maybe 10 or 15 years ago is going to be in like the 90 to 92 inch range. So if we go ahead and shrink the sofa down to a smaller size, maybe something in like the 78 to 82, 83 range, that right there is going to help tremendously.
One of our viewers actually just mentioned that exact same thing.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, and I was going to call it out, but you were on a roll. He mentioned that you need to scale down the anchor pieces.
Absolutely.
So he's on the same track as you.
Yes. Cool. Very good. I'm going to utilize that sleeper sofa idea in this floor plan.
Which is also his idea as well.
I know. So I'm going to utilize that here because if you think about it, they'll have kids visiting, grandkids visiting. So I think
That's a really good point.
That would be a great spot to use a sleeper sofa.
This is going to be interesting because this is a completely different flow.
It's a different mindset to put yourself in too. So, yeah, I'm going to use the Sunset Valley tables. This is a collection that's made by Hamry, and what's so great about it is it has a lot of different wood tones within the tables that I have found really help to pull in a lot of different wood tones that you may be bringing in. So let's say the dining table is one color, the entertainment console is one color, but we want to update the end tables. 9.5 times out of 10, this is going to be the answer because it does have so many different tones and it ends up kind of just taking on what you put with it. So I really enjoy that about this collection and find myself using it pretty frequently for that exact reason. Go ahead and see if I can get an area rug in here. I find that usually putting an area rug in really quickly is a great way to help anchor the space and make sure we're getting the furniture in the right placement. I don't think I want that one. Okay, let's see. Just kind of playing with some different sizes. People will go with this a bit more of a traditional pattern here, which I really like. Have our dining table there in the corner. I might pull this a bit more into the kitchen space than I did last time, just because we are working with a bit of a bigger rug this time. And let's say this is a rug that you've brought with you and want to keep and use, which I think is great. We can always work around those pieces. I think a lot of times people are hesitant to come in and use our design services because they think we're going to come in and like say, oh, you have to get rid of everything. We have to start from a blank slate.
Here's a common thing.
And that couldn't be further from the truth. We want to use your pieces. I want to keep your grandmother's family's china hutch or end table or whatever it may be. I want to keep those pieces because that's what makes your home feel special. So we want to keep those pieces in here. So don't ever hesitate to tell us that, hey, I want to keep this, I want to keep that, because we want you to keep it as well. Just going to go ahead and put some dining chairs in here. I'm going to put them in a different configuration than I did last time.
And I'm actually going to call last call for the poll while you're doing your design here.
Yes.
Anybody who hasn't voted, go ahead and vote now. There's a poll in the chat section. What is the most expensive city to live in an apartment outside of New York City? So this is your last call. We're going to close it in, I'll say, 5 minutes.
We've kind of been rocking and rolling here.
We have been. Yeah.
It's gone by so fast, too.
It really has. Because I look down and I see the time and I'm like, man, that doesn't feel like
No,
an
I
hour,
know.
right? Especially when I didn't think we were going to get off the ground in
I
the first
know.
place. I was panicking.
Here we are. I know, and every time I'm like, I don't know if I have all that much to say tonight. It ends up being the night that I have the most to say.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I'm just glad that we've got people watching, interacting.
Yes.
If you're if you're watching, don't feel free to shout at us in the chat section. We'll call you out. If you want to see her put something in this floor plan and see how it looks, feel free to do that as well.
Yes. I'm going to switch this actually this time. Sorry, I'm making a last minute move here.
So I feel like my next statement's going to really show my age or make me...
Don't age yourself, Sean.
Yeah, I really like this design better so far.
Do you?
Yeah.
I wonder how come.
It's because I'm old at heart. I'm just an old man. No matter how old I am physically, mentally I'm old. I'm a grumpy old guy. So that's probably why I'm enjoying this design better. Like I like the darker tones.
Yeah. So I just flipped the floor plan. I just had like a what do we call it? Like a revelation. That's what I want to call it. That I want to switch the floor plan. An epiphany. There we go.
I remember I learned that word when I was like 15. I tried to use it everywhere.
That you had an epiphany?
I just thought it was a really smart word to know.
That's funny. Yes. Oh.
Which rug which sofa did you go with on this one? I wasn't paying attention.
So this is the Mackenzie.
Mackenzie.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Which, if I'll zoom in on it here.
It's very, very classic.
Very classic shape and look to this. Comes as a sleeper. Let me flip my end tables around.
Mackenzie's very popular.
It is very popular. And I think a lot of the reason that it's so popular is because of the solid foam back. It's a tight back.
Yeah.
So you're not having to fight with, the back cushions or anything. And just like with any of our sofas, we can do the upgraded seat cushion, which gives you a really firm seat. So super easy to get in and out of. This is a great piece. Love this sofa.
And don't the cushions are removable too, the seat cushions, aren't they?
They are, yes. Yep.
So you can flip them if you'd like.
You can flip them, exactly.
So it looks like we got a question who came in.
Yeah.
Any thought on utilizing the round end table on the right side facing corner to soften the lines in the space like the dining table is doing?
Right side facing. So that would be this side or this side?
I'm not sure. Which side are you talking about here? I don't want to butcher his name. I feel really bad.
I'll just go ahead and put it in here.
Oh, and while we're waiting, let's close the poll and let's get the answer.
Let's get an answer.
Yeah, let's get an answer.
I know I'm right.
So looks like as of right now, the poll is sitting at San Francisco at 60%, Boston at 20%, and Los Angeles at 20%. So the poll is closed, and the answer is San Francisco is the most expensive city to buy or to rent an apartment outside of New York City. Do you want to guess at what the average rent is per month for one bedroom? One bedroom,
$2,200.
Oh, you wish. It is
Is it more?
$3,100 on average for a one-bedroom apartment in San Fran.
One bedroom.
Yep.
Holy cow.
And I'm not sure, because this was put together by our associate producer, I'm not sure how accurate that is based on the inflation of now.
Right.
Was this taken in 2019
Right.
or post?
Yeah. Wow.
But yes, either way, it's that's up there.
That is a lot of money.
So I've got an enunciation of his name. It's Nari,
Okay.
I believe. And he's saying towards the door.
Oh, okay, good. I was hoping that was what you meant. Because it's
And
almost...
according to us, that number is based on July of 2022. So as of right now...
Oh, so that's very current.
That was last month.
Is exactly what I said, very current.
Don't get snappy with it.
It's late. I've been awake for a really long time. Okay. Yes, I like that very much more in the corner. I think that works really nicely. I think that would definitely be an option.
For us that did not follow that 100%, explain what we just did.
Yes, so we just switched the end table here in the corner to a round table, just to soften it a little bit.
Okay.
Than having two rectangular end tables on either side of the sofa.
Gotcha. Okay.
So while we were talking about that, I just went ahead and moved into the bedroom here, and I'm going to start loading some pieces in here. Now, here is where we may run into, maybe not.
Everyone just hear my chair squeak?
It's going to have, this bedroom is so small that the queen bed is really going to be our only option. And what's more traditional than a 4-poster bed? I don't think anything. And I think I may be able to I may have space to put an end table or a nightstand on either side.
It looks like we got a fun fact as well.
Fun facts.
The city with the cheapest rent is Akron, Ohio. Any guesses to the average monthly cost for one bedroom?
Is this from July also?
I would assume so.
Okay.
My guess is going to be, and I don't know this because this is our associate producer. I'm going to go with 700.
Oh, I was going to say 900.
Okay, 7 and 9. Anyone else in the chat here have...
throw some guesses.
Yeah, throw some guesses at us. Maybe even put up another poll. You know, it's going to be a quick one, but... Whoa. Whoa.
The ceiling's falling down on us.
The ceiling is making noises. I don't know if the live stream picked that up.
Well, it was a very scary sound, nonetheless.
Oh man, I'm so old. I really like this design.
You're not. This is just saying you're traditional.
Yeah.
It's not old.
I don't know.
It's just traditional.
Is that cherry wood?
Yes.
Yeah, that's old.
Not old.
Nari says $5.99 per month.
Oh, that would be very nice.
That'd be real. I miss those days.
I don't think we'll ever see that again.
No, definitely not. Unfortunately.
We're going to throw in just another traditional rug under the bed here.
Apparently he's very close. Go ahead and just give us the answer there. What is the rent in Akron, Ohio for a one-bedroom apartment?
No way.
He's close. Closer than me? I said 700. That's not that far away.
It must be in the 600s then.
Yeah, gotta be. Probably like 650. Oh, average rent in Akron, Ohio is $640 for a one-bedroom apartment. I'm moving to Ohio.
What? See you later. That is crazy. Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
So we have one more thing that I want to show
Yeah.
before we kind of wrap things up. So we have another guest to do another video for us. And it's Dustin from our Lexington store. And he's going to talk to us a little bit about some tips that you might need to be aware of while you're buying for recliners for small spaces. So let's take a look at that.
Today I'd like to talk a little bit about small recliners and finding one that fits your space. Great news, Lazy Boy has several models of recliners. We're the first in the industry to create the recliner, and we have the biggest selection out of any furniture company here in the US. So come in and see us and you'll see some of the models that we show today. Speaking of showing models, here are a couple of the smaller recliners that we offer here at Lazy Boy. Now, what is a small recliner? How would you define that? A small recliner is a recliner that's, say, 33, 34 inches wide, and I have an example of each here. Rowan here to my right, 34 inches wide. Pinnacle here to my left, 33 inches wide, and that's outside arm to outside arm. And so that's the first thing you'll want to do. You'll want to measure your space and find out roughly how wide and then how deep your space is. And so in most cases, your recliner is going to need somewhere between 36 to 40 inches just to sit where it sits. So let me go back over that. In this case, you've got a recliner that's 34 inches wide, and I'm going to need somewhere around 40 inches in depth for that spot. And you can even get smaller than this. 33 inches outside arm, 34 and 33. Well, if that's too big for you, you may consider the Harbor Town. It's only 28 inches outside arm to outside arm and very comfortable. I can tell you because I own one myself. Do you have room to have a rocker, or do you need to consider other options like a recline away? The reason I make that point, when you have a rocker, naturally when it rocks, it's going towards a wall. Secondly, a rocker when it reclines back. And so if you're going to sleep in that recliner, you're going to need about 18 inches behind the recliner. And you could do that one of two ways. You could sit it in a spot with just enough room to rock, and if you're really going to recline and take a nap, maybe pull that chair forward. But if you want it to consistently go back all the way, you'll want to plan for that 18-inch gap behind the recliner so that you have enough room to recline. Now here's another option. So if your space is small and you don't want to have to worry about that, you can go with a non-rocking wall-away mechanism. And that's exactly what it sounds like. It reclines away from the wall. So as I recline this and I'm standing behind it, you'll see it reclines forward, which allows it to be closer to a wall all the time. So just another option for you. Thank you for watching. I hope this was informative for you today. And if you enjoyed this, hit that subscribe button there at the bottom. You'll find other videos just like this that can educate you about furniture and your shopping experiences. Thank you.
We're back, everyone. So while we were listening to Dustin, I went ahead and finished up the apartment here.
Let's take a look at that.
Yeah, so let's take a look and we'll walk through and see what we've got here.
Oh, you changed the fabric, the upholstery. Is that leather?
I changed it to leather.
Oh, baby.
I'm really taking a sleeper in leather. I'm taking a walk on the wild side, everyone.
This is my apartment when I'm old. That's what's happening.
I'll just go ahead and print it for you, and you can take it and just hang on to it for the next 30 years.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have our Mackenzie sleeper sofa and end tables on either side. I really am liking that addition of the round table in the corner there. That really makes a lot of sense. And then a smaller rectangular chair side table. We have an 8x11 rug that we have brought from our previous home. And then an ottoman here. This is called the Corey. It's a great sized ottoman. It scales really nicely to the Mackenzie, and it lifts up and you've got storage on the inside. So a great place to keep bedding for the sleeper sofa. I always love to pair that together because it kind of eliminates, well, where am I going to store the bedding? There's your answer. And then the coordinating entertainment console to the tables under the TV here. And then we have brought our dining table and chairs from the previous location. And I went ahead, I just nestled it a little bit tighter to the kitchen than I did in the last floor plan.
I like this one. Mm-hmm. The one thing, I'm not a big fan of the Mackenzie. I know it's very popular. I know I get why it's very popular, but I'm not a fan of the giant rolled arms.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing that me personally, I'm not a huge fan of. But that ottoman, I want that like in real life.
I know.
Like, it's on my list.
It's
on
such
my
a good
list.
piece.
But I do like this design better than the other one.
Yeah. Do you think it's because of the sofa being on this wall?
It could be that too, because I really liked how Rachel did that as well.
Are you saying you like hers better? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, her design was fantastic.
It was, yeah. And she went really in depth on that.
Yeah,
too.
she really did.
I asked her, I was like, hey, send me like a minute or two of just
Yeah.
a description of what you did. She sends me 7 minutes. It was great.
Fabulous.
It was great, yeah. I love when people go above and beyond.
I know.
And that just shows you, if she does that for this, what she's
she
going
does.
to do for your own home.
Yeah.
So if you're in Charleston, you definitely need to check out Rachel.
Absolutely.
And we also have Billy out there too.
Yeah.
Billy's a great designer. She's
Yeah.
been with us for so long.
Absolutely.
But yes, I like this one. I think it's the darker tones.
Yeah.
I think I'm a bigger fan of.
Yeah. So quickly, just kind of moving through the bedroom here, we have brought the queen bed. We've still been able to fit both nightstands in here, and a larger dresser in here as well. And then just update it with a fresh rug. It's amazing what just updating like a small piece like an area rug or the lamps can really do to help kind of give your old furniture a new feel, a new life, so that you extend your time with it.
So I did have a question about the end tables here. So you're in the living room, I mean. So we changed it to the round and then a square on the other side. Is there any kind of interior design rule against going round and square?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay.
A lot of it comes down to like functional too. Like if you've got two chairs kind of nestled together, a round table always works perfectly in between the two. And I always think it's nice just to kind of mix up the shapes too. I mean, it was looking very square, very, very rectangular in here other than the round dining table. So I like throwing in that bit of a different shape.
And the man who gave us that idea left another comment here. Nari says he loves the leather option for small spaces. It adds an awesome layer of texture and neutrality.
Absolutely. 100% agree.
He definitely knows what he's talking
Yeah.
about. And he's asking when the next live session is going to be.
Oh, that is a great
That's
question.
a great question. So we try to do one every month, at least once a month. The last two have been near the end of the month for various reasons, vacation reasons mostly. But we try to do it roughly like the second week of the month.
Yeah.
You need to subscribe to our social media. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, TikTok. Pinterest. And obviously we're on YouTube as well. And hopefully the next episode will also be streaming to Facebook. We're still working on that. And I'm also trying to add a second camera so you can see me instead of just hearing this disembodied voice. And you can see the dirty looks I give Ellie when
I put pillows.
When you put pillows. So definitely follow our social media. We always try to give a heads up on when the next episode's going to be. I would say we'll probably do it somewhere in the second, third week of this month in September,
Yeah,
right?
most likely.
Because I don't have anything else coming up, right?
I think we're good.
I think we're good. So look out for that, Nari. We really loved having you here interacting
Yeah, thank
with
you
us. It was
so
great.
much for being so
Yeah.
interactive. It was super fun.
Definitely. So definitely come back and look us up on all those social media. I can't
Give us a follow.
say that enough. Yep. Follow, like, thumbs up, all of it.
All of the things.
Let's. Any final thoughts here, Ellie?
I've had so much fun, and this may have been the quickest, fastest hour and a half of my life.
Yes.
Thanks for sticking around for the whole
dead
time.
on 1.5 hours.
Yeah.
And yes, thank you everybody who joined us and had some fun with us. If you have any questions, you can email us to us. It's falive@lzbse. I'll actually put that in the chat section here as well.
Yeah.
I need to make a graphic for that. But I'm excited for the next episode.
I am too.
Now that we're back in the stores, we're really going to open up and do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Very good.
All right. So thank you everybody for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.